Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live, man, from the Vibe Studios 219, baby. And we are here on the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast. Man, listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, we on a little late, but I'm letting y'all know we got a treat for y'all. We got a surprise for y'all today. For those who have seen the ad already, for those who looked at it, you know what I mean? Y'all know what's coming up. But we're going to get right into it in a moment. Y'all know how it is, man. I got to announce where we at real quick and what we actually doing. So here it is, baby. Boom. We are here at the Vibe Studios 219. It consists of Ryan Reeder, the VNO, myself, Jeff Relaford, Life Coach Jeff, Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, Smooch Wallace. Who is Smooch Wallace, baby? Please, if you don't know who he is, please get to know him. And also Mary Selena K of Rock Truth Radio. Listen, man, if you need your podcast or your radio show produced, please hit us up. This is how we roll, man. We have a nice professional setup here. We got cameras, we got lights, we got audio, and we are here for you. And also, we have R3 Radio coming out of here too. So we can get you some listening and some streams, some airtime over the radio as well, baby. So y'all go ahead, check me out on onlineradiobox.com. Type in the search R3, boom. I promise and guarantee you I'll be the first one to come up, and then you can get all of our content on there as well. So, like I said, y'all, we here, Vibe Studios 219. Y'all hit us up. Now, like I said before, man, we have a great guest here on the show today. And many of y'all know who this man is. Many of y'all know the network that we tapped into. But I want y'all to just get a chance to know who this man is today. Because he do a lot of moving around. He everywhere. the man is a DJ or a rapper. He hosts. The man does a lot of things. So without further ado, let me give y'all to Chi-Blizz.
What's happening, man? What's happening? We in here, you feel?
Oh, man, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Hey, man, listen, I'm just grateful that you could really go ahead and just grace the chair today, man.
Yes, man. Hey, man, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank y'all for having me. Thank you for having me, man. You know, talking about well overdue. And salute to you and the whole team, and I love what y'all doing, man.
Thank you, big dog.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, man, you know how it is, dog. We try to go ahead and give some quality content to people.
Mm-hmm.
We want people to be highlighted in a different way.
Definitely.
You know, because people see the artist all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People see the artist, they see the person that's on the move all the time. But how often do they get a chance to actually know you?
Yeah, they don't get the in-depth part of it. You know, they just get with, from the point of view from the music and what they see us do on the daily, but it's nothing like hearing it from the horse's mouth. I say that.
Facts, exactly, man.
Yes, indeed.
So, man, we just gonna hit it off, man. We just gonna move, okay?
Yes, sir.
We gonna move. I want to know, dog, because you were on the radio. You still are on the radio.
Yeah,
and I want to say that because
yes,
the man ain't stopped being on radio.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta let y'all know this. But what made you want to get your start with this thing, bruh?
Man, as a shorty, I always, and I tell this story so many times, but I remember riding in the car and listening to people like Doug Banks, Tom Joyner, Crazy Howard McGee, and that intrigued me.
Okay.
Just hearing them make people laugh, you know what I'm saying, help people through their problems. They would call in and do all the different skits and the gimmicks and stuff like that. And I would always be in the back of the car, like low key listening to myself, like, I can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I hear you, bro.
And going through your childhood, things change. Like, you go through your different phases. And I remember at one point wanted to do stuff in the medical field because my mom was in the medical field. She's a nurse. And,
okay.
Of course, entertainment, singing and rapping and stuff. But somehow radio always was in the back of my mind somewhere. So long story short, after I graduated high school, I tried my hand at just going to warehouses and working and stuff. And I never forget, this old guy came up to me one day and was like, why are you here? What are you doing here?
Okay.
Like, he was like, look around.
Yeah.
You see all these guys, their backs bent up, they older. I was like one of the youngest guys there. He was like, man, go to school somewhere.
Okay.
And I never forget, maybe 2 weeks later, I went and I registered at Kennedy King College, just taking general courses.
Okay.
And after that, maybe after my first semester, I went walking through the hallways, seeing the radio station, and it was like the light bulb went off.
Wow. Okay.
Like, that was
okay.
I remembered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What the initial goal was at the end of the day. And I haven't looked back since then, man.
Yo, that's dope.
Literally, I haven't looked back since then.
That's what's
up.
It
was over 20 years ago.
Wow, 20 years ago.
Yeah, man.
You didn't think, did you ever think or imagine that it would morph into something like this? Did you ever think that you would end up, you know, meeting the people you meet, getting a chance to network the way that you network?
Nah. Even as great as I would hear the people on air be, I never really thought about it in that lane. Like,
okay,
you know, oh man, I'm gonna get to meet all these great people like Jay-Z and Nas and Jeezy and the Lox and Beyonce and Mary J. Blige, and you know, the list goes on and on. Are you gonna get a chance to have so many dope comrades in this field like Ferris and Trey the Chocolate Jock and First Lady and just different, I never thought about it on that angle. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I just thought about it like, hey, I hear them doing that. I know that's something I can do. And I know that's something I could be good at.
Yeah.
And, you know, you go through all the trials and tribulations of finding yourself and finding your voice in your own lane. And the naysayers, of course, and stuff like that.
Oh, facts. They everywhere.
But I'm here, man. You know what I'm talking about? And it's been a dope ride all through the ups and downs.
Yeah.
It's been dope, though.
Facts, man. Hey, and dog, I want to say, man, because you know, I listen to you.
Thanks, bro.
You know,
appreciate you. Yes.
Now and then.
Yes, indeed. Come on.
And it's just amazing to see, because I never thought, even though that I never thought that I would be in this lane and meeting people like you.
It's funny how life, the twists and turns that life takes you through, man. You just don't know, you know what I'm saying? But it's a pleasure to be here today, and even sitting here on this platform and every other platform I've had the pleasure of touching, man. It's a dope thing to have a voice and to have people want to hear that voice, you know what I'm saying? So it's dope, man.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
And out of all of yo, because you know, we go through a lot of experiences, you know, on this journey. What would you say was one of the best experiences that you've had thus far? I know you could probably say they're all good, you know, but one that just had to put you over the top.
One that had to put me over the top. I would say one of the dopest experiences I ever had a chance of being a part of was I never forget one day I was in the studio, and out of nowhere some producers from MTV and of course Cat Williams, they pop up in the studio.
Okay.
And they're going around to each station nationwide and having different personalities read this script for Cat Williams.
Okay. Not
knowing that this is the script that's going to be tied into American Hustle, the movie Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
So they come in, and I think I was so caught up into just enjoying what I was doing at the time. I was young.
Yeah.
I'm on Power 92.
Yeah.
You know, I'm hosting shows. I'm out here getting money. There are women around, of course, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So I'm not even realizing what's going on at the time. I'm like, they like, hey, we just want you to read the script and, you know, be yourself. And I read this script, and months later, I get a call from who was then my girlfriend at the time. And she like, so you're not going to tell me, you wasn't going to tell me that you're in the latest Cat Williams movie? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, she's like,
wow,
Blizz, you in the Cat Williams movie. Like, you're narrating the movie. Like, they're showing cuts away of you at the board. I was like, for real? And long story short, I did the research, and I'm in the movie the whole time. Like, and I'm not even realizing that I had got chosen to anything. Like,
wow.
So, that was one of the biggest, you know what I'm saying? Still to this day, every time I go back and I look at it, I'm like, man, you were blessed, young man. You're blessed.
Exactly.
For real.
I hear you, big dog.
Yes, indeed.
Dog, man. See, I'm trying to get that one day, man.
Come on with it.
That's what I'm trying to get that.
Your time is coming, man. Everybody has their time to shine. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And the thing is, when it does come, you know, make the most out of the opportunity. You know, sometimes you're so caught, like I say, sometimes you're so caught up in the moment. Just going through the motions of it. Now that I look back on a lot of things, I was so way ahead of my time. I was so in advance. I was so just living in the moment. I didn't even realize how big the moment was, if that makes sense.
But you know what? I think that's a good thing, though. That's a good thing that it was kind of that you were naive to that.
Yeah, very.
Because what you were able to do is you were just able to do you.
Yeah.
You were just able to be yourself. Like you said, you didn't even know you got chosen for that.
Like
you were just doing you.
A lot of people, you know, look at those moments and like whatever they felt about me at the time, like I was just really in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Just going through the motions of growing in radio, growing in media, growing in myself.
That's big.
As a young man, like it was no blueprint to this.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I've seen other people come before me, but it was nobody to tell me exact this. I just was going through the motions, and I was enjoying myself. You know, whether it was success or whether it was a failure, I was just going through the motions, man.
Now, how do you feel about those so-called failures that you experienced? How you feel about that?
It was very tough at the time. Like, even, you know, sometimes you think about it now, you win set, you're like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? I could have did that better. But if you don't go through those failures, you don't know where to do better at. You know what I'm talking about? So
very true.
At the time, it was gut punching, and it was like, oh man, I felt defeated at times. You know what I'm saying? But if I don't go through those times, I don't become the crown holder. I don't advance. I don't.
There you go.
You know, progress, and then I'm not able to go and teach others like what not to do or what to watch out for.
Facts.
You know, whether it's something as simple as taking care of yourself, making sure you're drinking water, making sure you're getting sleep,
there you go.
Not getting caught up into the mess or the rigmarole or of the industry and things like that. So I think everything is a learning lesson. I try not to regret anything at the end of the day. You know?
I feel because you know what, man, everything happens for a purpose.
It happens for a purpose,
and
for a reason.
you know, if it's meant for you, if it was meant for you to see, that's what it was meant to do. It was meant for you to see. It was meant for you to take something from it. One thing that just irks me, man, is when people we always can look at the negative part of something. Now look, y'all, I know I just said something, and some of y'all have witnessed me look at that negative part, so I get it. But what we should try to do is to take the good out of everything that comes our way.
Yes, indeed. Because if that doesn't happen, then guess what? It doesn't force you to do whatever you do from that, and then it doesn't force you to bounce back and become even better or end up in a better situation. You know what I'm talking about? I've had some falls in radio to where, guess what? If I don't have that fall, who's to say I don't bounce back and I don't come back even harder, and then I end up in a situation that was 10 times better than my original situation? You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
You got to have those falls. You got to have those embarrassing moments. You got to have those humbling moments. Sometimes, you know, even without, you don't even do it on purpose or maliciously. You strand a little bit. You start to do things out of habit, or you strand away from the purpose a little bit. And sometimes God gotta pull that chain and bring you back. Like, hey, I know you having fun, I know you're doing your thing, but let me tug on your coattail and remind you why you're here.
Ooh, facts. I love that, bro. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Sometimes you gotta be reminded why you here, and that's the things that make you human. And those are blessings, and you got to go through those things, man.
Oh, definitely, man, definitely.
Yeah.
And what would you say is one of the biggest things that you've learned from all this? Because you know what, when I'm looking at this whole thing, the big picture of it, you know, I've realized that my brand is growing. People are listening to me. People are taking shape and notice to what's going on, and it can be overwhelming at times,
man.
Bro, it just kind of, because at times, bro, I feel like from a standpoint of me being. Look at my phone out here ringing. I don't even know where my phone is. Oh, it's in my whole pocket. Y'all see, this is crazy.
That's a crazy ringtone too.
Hey man, you know what, man? You want to know why I kept it like that? I kept it like that so I could be annoyed.
Yeah,
so
and it's different.
It's different.
It's not like, because you know with the iPhone, everybody got the same ringtone almost. So
facts.
The fact that that's different, that's going to automatically know, hey, that's my phone right
exactly. Yes, there it is. I'm trying to tell you. Look, a brother that lost his train of thought.
But no, I think you were saying like my biggest.
Oh yeah, there it is. I was saying you can get overwhelmed with learning all this stuff sometimes, and I found myself doing that sometimes. But like you said, you got to pull yourself back.
Yeah,
got to pull yourself.
Got to pull yourself back. You got to allow yourself to listen. You know, sometimes you just need to just seclude yourself and just listen. Sometimes, because it's a lot of noise out here.
True.
I've learned to block the noise out. You ain't got to respond to everything. Everything doesn't deserve a response at the end of the day.
You know what? Say, you know, that was it. Say that right there to that camera. Say that right there.
Everything,
let them know.
Everything don't deserve a response at the end of the day. Everything don't need a response. Sometimes what's understood is already explained all the time already. So you don't have to address every single thing that come across your table. And I think that's one of the things I've learned, that people gonna think what they think regardless. People gonna feel how they feel. you just got to show up and be the best you at the end of the day.
Dog, man.
That's it.
And you know what? Through it all, as I go on my journey, and I look at everything, bro, that's what it really is. Yeah. And you know what? I got to say this big shout out to Shondell, who was watching the show.
Sean Deezy, what up, boy? Yeah, that's my brother right there, man. We done been through the trenches through radio. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When I speak the ups and the downs and just, you know, different people, weirdo people that may come around, just every level of media.
Yeah.
We've been able to walk through that. I remember when Shondell used to come sit on my shows at Kennedy King College. And it's always been bigger than radio with me and him. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we've been on this radio journey together. But it's a brotherhood as well. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, definitely.
When he would come and just see me through my college days and come sit on the show and support me in that realm. Or, you know, when I first got on Power 92 and then eventually, you know, he started doing his thing on the morning show with Trey and he evolved into having, you know what I'm saying, the Power Hour and, you know, and of course, Raw TV radio. So I've watched him grow in radio. He's watched me grow in radio. And we have a brotherhood, you know what I'm talking about? And just like brothers, we may not always agree on everything or, you know what I'm talking about, or there's times where we done got money and everything together, but that's my brother right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. Yeah. And I love the camaraderie, dog. Yeah. I love it.
I love what he's doing.
Yeah.
I know he always says there's ways that I've inspired him or he may look up to me, but guess what? He's inspired me in a lot of ways, like even on the business side. I think he has a business mind like just different,
bruh.
You know, a lot of times people will have the talent, or they'll have the business mind. He is one of them people that has some of both.
Yeah.
And he can take an idea and multiply it into so many things and have you see it from a different angle. So I say that to say, like, even when it came to broker radio, even when the calls weren't coming and banging on the door for me to get hired at different stations.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Wretch's hand out, called and say, hey man, why don't you come, you know, be on Raw TV radio.
Yeah.
You know, be a part of this. And then it was things I learned about that to be able to start my own situation or partner up with the ownership club and do my thing on Soul 106.3. And we 5 years in with that. You know what I'm talking about? So
that's dope.
Salute going out to my brother, man. Keep doing what you do for real, for real.
Yes, sir, man. And I am just grateful to be in the presence of both of y'all.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
Because indeed.
Because it's certain things that I've learned from you and I've watched you do.
Yes, sir.
You know, and when I look at it, I say, you know what? That's a system right there. That's something that I could work. That's something that I could implement into my way of thinking, my way of doing. Because I tell people all the time, I feel that the best way for you to learn anything is to watch the people who are ahead of you.
Yeah.
Watch the people you look up to.
There you go. You can learn a lot just sitting back, closing your mouth and just watching people, watching their actions, watch how they move, watch how they do things.
Yeah.
Whether you learn something good or you learn what not to do, or, you know, just watch. You know what I'm saying? And you can learn a whole lot. That's how I've learned a lot, you know, just maneuvering through the industry and through life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. And like I say, man, I'm enjoying this conversation. I'm enjoying the vibe that you're giving off, dog.
Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, man. Because like I say, man, it's always so much to get out of these experiences. It's so much always to get out of just radio itself. And I'm learning about the money factor.
Yeah.
Oh, dog.
A lot of people think they see the glitz and the glamour and they see, oh, you on the radio, or oh, you got a podcast, or you meeting all these celebrities and stars and they think instant big money, but it's not always the biggest money, and you're gonna sacrifice a lot of hours, and you got to be passionate about it at the end of the day. You got to know that guess what?
Yeah.
Eventually it's gonna pay off. And that's what I tell myself every day.
Yeah.
When I go into those doors in my Radio Chicago, I treat it like I'm working for somebody else, because I think we tend to, when we're working, we punching the clock and we working for somebody else, we take it more serious sometimes than when we doing our own thing. So
facts.
I'm just saying that to say, I feel like you got to be just as dedicated when you're out here hustling, being an entrepreneur, doing your own thing. You got to punch the clock for yourself. You got to show up for yourself.
Yeah.
And you got to tell yourself on a daily basis that guess what? In the long run, the end game is going to pay off.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I always tell people, man, you have to regardless of what goes on, and my wife know that. Shit, man,
salute.
Man, I'm telling you, big. I always got to say this, just the love and the respect that I have for my wife as I move around in this bad boy. I know she is the biggest supporter of what it is that I do.
That's what's up. And I haven't quite found that the one in that department yet, but I hear so many people say, like, when you find your life partner, when you find your mate, that's going to help elevate you to where you want to be ultimately in life, because that's one area you're not out here searching for. You're not searching for the mate. You're not searching for what you should be looking for in the mate. No, you got that in, and then they're gonna, because they love you so much, they're gonna help push you to get to that goal that you're trying to get to. So salute going out to sis over there.
I'm trying to there it is. Yeah. I love it, man. And you're right, because now you have something else to live for.
Yeah.
You have something else to live for, you know, and that's a big inspiration. It used to be before, when I was single, just trying to find my way. Just with branding the business, the whole nine.
There you go.
You know, I still want to give back to my immediate family, but you know, when you have your own, it's something. It hit a little different when you have your own.
Yeah, it's not like having that mate. Like, and don't get me wrong. During the course of this journey, I've had different ladies that I may have dealt with to say, like, hey, I see you doing it like this, and not trying to step on your toes, but maybe you should try this, or maybe you should try that. Or I saw this and I thought about you. Maybe you should look into this. So salute to the dope women out here. You know, on the flip side, the ladies that's in there, salute to the guys that's in your life that's always looking for a way for you to get to that next level out here.
Come on. Yeah, dog. Yeah. At the end of the day, people, we need to be pushed.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you can't push yourself, you need to listen to some people out here.
There you go.
I'm trying to tell you, because like we said earlier, sometimes you just got to be quiet.
Sometimes you got to be quiet, man.
Be quiet.
And you can't take everything personal. You know,
say that again.
I'm an Aries. I am an Aries. I can be stubborn. I can be bullheaded. And when you're passionate, it's not like, again, I'm not doing it out of malicious.
Yeah,
I'm doing because you're so passionate and you think you done figured it out. Sometimes you gotta, as my friends say, study to be quiet. You gotta sometimes just, you know what? Don't take it personal. The feedback you get. Yeah. Don't take the advice you get personal. And you can't be a Mr. or Mrs. Know-it-all at the end of the day. You gotta allow some people to pour into you and say, like, hey, I see what you're doing, but here's an idea. You can do it like this. And ultimately you gotta make your own decision. But don't be so closed-minded to advice or criticism or critiquing at the end of the day. Everybody ain't telling you something to hurt your feelings at the end of the day.
Oh, come on, man. Because one thing I have noticed about all of this is that there are some very sensitive people in this game.
Yeah, when I first got in the game, and even a few years I used to wear my feelings on my shoulder.
Really?
Like, you know what I'm saying? For real. Like, it was because I felt like I was putting so much into it. And like I say, you do run into a lot of naysayers and people who critique you out of hate. So sometimes when you get into so many people critiquing you out of hate, when somebody critiques you out of love, you don't necessarily know how to take it. You know what I'm talking about?
That's true.
You may take it as everybody's trying to hate on you, or don't nobody want to see me prosper, nobody want to see me win. Nah, some people want to see you win. Some people just want you to polish up and do better.
That's it, man.
That's it.
And did you have a mentor through all of this? Did you kind of, or did you just kind of have some people, you know, around?
I would definitely say I had mentors, even without the label mentor. It was a lot of people I looked up to that really, you know, like Reggie Miles, who really, you know, helped me get my foot started in radio. He was like my first program director at Kennedy King College. Rick Crum, I call him Pops because he really took me under my wing. And like even when Reggie put me on the radio, Rick Crum had a 5-day-a-week program that he couldn't tend to because he was teaching the schools and doing so many other things. So he was like, I want you to be the face of Knowledge Quest.
Okay.
And that helped me grow in radio in my college years. Of course, like even some of my homies who I don't necessarily talk to every day, but you know, just how they moved as men out here. My man, Kevin Newell, Il Papa, he's one of the guys who I look toward advice and, you know, just like how we operate as men out here. I feel like men, we may have it figured out, but we got to have some people, other men that we got to look at and kind of like say, okay, I see how he handled that situation. now that helps me know how to handle certain situations when it comes across my plate like that. So it's been different big homies, you know what I'm saying, during my life that I've took a little bit of everything from and said, okay, this is how I want to proceed with doing certain things.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up, man, because I love it when people give the knowledge out. I love it when people give the sound advice.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, y'all, this is simple. A lot of this is real simple. And correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of times, do you feel that we just overcomplicate a lot of these situations?
Yeah, we do. We do. Sometimes,
yeah.
Your human side tells you everything is gonna be great. You great. You got this. I mean, with your super side, I got my Superman side, and then my human side sometimes overcomplicates things and make you overthink and panic and have anxiety attacks. But you just got to tap into your king side, your super side, and say like, "Hey, I'm a winner. I came to win at the end of the day." You feel me?
Facts.
And don't let your human side like cause you to panic. Your human side causes you to panic, overthink, and underestimate yourself and different things like that, you know. So and you're gonna have those days. Some days I wake up, I don't feel so kingish. Some days I wake up and it's just like, you know what I'm talking about? But then I have to take a breath, sit down and remember who you are at the end of the day. And remember, this the life you chose. This the path you wanted to walk. This what you gonna do? You gonna tuck your tail, or you gonna get out
the
here?
Head that wears the crown.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Too much who is given, much is respected, much is required. These jails, you would be foolish to think you gonna get out here and you gonna get all these blessings and opportunities and not gonna have to struggle or face the music with certain things. I was watching an interview with Eminem one time, and he said, foolish of me to think that I would just be able to get in this game and just rap and produce and not have to have all this backlash and flack in these comments when I read under my videos of people hate me just because I'm a white boy that rap. Foolish of me thinking that, hey, I'm gonna get on somebody's microphone, have the privilege of talking to the world, have the privilege of doing music and dropping it when I want to and all this, and people ain't gonna say nothing crazy.
Yeah.
People ain't gonna have their expectations. People ain't gonna feel like you should be doing better, or you dropped the ball, or this or this or that or this or that. You gotta learn how to tune the noise out.
Facts. Hey man, I most certainly agree with everything you said. And you know what? To go back to that point about starting somewhere, everybody has to have a baseline.
Yeah.
And it kind of just blows my mind sometimes how people aren't willing to start from the bottom and build their way up.
Yeah,
you know, because I'm telling you, I get it. And a lot of times you have to see the opportunity, because a lot of times we don't realize how close we are actually to it.
Be right there. And the day you decide to give up, it was right on the other side of that wall. Sometimes you got to have a starting point, and sometimes you can't. You got to even reset something.
Ooh. What's that? Redirect, regroup, refocus.
There you go. Redirect, regroup, refocus.
There it is.
The hardest thing to do is to be 2 years, 5 years, 10 years in, 20 years in, and then say, God, you want me to start all over? You want me to start from ground after all this work I did, all the thing on my resume, everything, all the people I didn't. You want me to start over? Yeah, I want you to start over. And you're gonna do it even better this time.
There it is. You know, that's what obedience is, man.
That's what obedience is.
Obedience leads to more growth.
Yes, I've looked at people who I've trained or came after me and everything, who have got out here and got huge numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And took a certain walk and they flying. And as a human being, you be like, dang, when my turn? You know, when is my turn?
Yeah.
Or why I'm not there. And you can't get caught up in the why you're not there. You just gotta, when God say, God is the director of my life. And I'm not saying I pray every day. I'm not saying I go to church all the time. I'm not saying I walk this perfect line, but I know where the end all be all is. You know what I'm talking about? So I go according to how he moves my life. And when he say it's time to redirect, refocus, regroup, reset, any of that, and that's what it's time to do.
And see, that's what I love about it, man, because I want to let people know out there. See, when somebody say they got God in their life, It's not. Think about it that like it's not on your level. Okay, because everybody don't read every day. Everybody don't study. Everybody don't get as deep. Everybody don't like sit up here and just be like try to be all one all the time.
No.
But he's in you.
Yeah.
He's in you. He running through you. And I feel that a lot of times when especially when people say they believers and God and they follow God, a lot of people look for this big grandiose thing.
No.
But it's again, like I said earlier, it's simple.
Not everybody is gonna be a pastor or a preacher or is gonna direct the church.
Come on, let them know.
Even when old ladies approach me like walking down the street or in the grocery store, they'd be like, "What you do? You do something. You like you remind me like a young deacon or a young pastor." And at first that used to blow me like, what about that? Like, am I running from my calling or something like that? But then I had to realize, like, no, you're not running from your calling. God blessed you with a voice. And guess what?
Come on.
The streets, the community, the radio that's your congregation.
Yes, sir. That's it.
No, the church ain't my congregation. Maybe not yet. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe that is the long haul. But right now, the radio, the airwaves is your congregation. Now, what are you gonna tell them? What you gonna feed them? You gonna say something meaningful? You gonna have fun with them? You gonna
come on?
What are you gonna do with that?
There
so
you
got to learn how to redirect it and use it for your life at the end of the day.
Oh man, I love that. Yeah. See, people, this is why we do the show like this, because this is powerful.
Let's go.
We like to have powerful things, powerful words of wisdom, man. Because at the end of the day, let's be real. This is the stuff that I know y'all need to hear.
Let's get it.
Honestly. Like I tell y'all all the time, man, if y'all want to be successful, if you want to make something of yourself, if you want to take your life just to the next level, we out here dropping keys and nuggets today.
Yeah.
If you didn't missed out, that's on you. That ain't got nothing to do with me and Blizz. Am I right, brother?
No, man, it's nothing to do with us.
Come on.
You can only be the messenger at the end of the day. And how that old saying go, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink at the end of the day.
There it is. You can't make them drink.
We can set the food out all day long. We can set this table up and put the tablecloth on it, and the turkey and the dressing and all that on here and say, hey, dinner time, everybody.
Yeah.
But it's on people to show up and consume the meal at the end of the day.
Facts, man.
You know what I'm talking about?
Facts.
So that's all you can do is set it out there for them. And if they choose to eat or partake for whatever reason, if they choose to shun you at the end of the day, guess what? Blessings to you.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
I see you at the top.
There it is. Because there's room for everybody at the top.
That's right. I ain't mad at nobody.
Yes,
I ain't got no gripes with nobody. I want to see everybody win at the end of the day.
Facts. Bro.
You know what I'm talking about? Even if we can't necessarily eat at the same table, don't mean I don't want to see you win. I don't want to see you with a table.
Exactly.
I want to see everybody with a table. I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody eat.
Yeah.
Even if our vibes or our lanes don't mesh up, the way we think don't mesh up, guess what? That don't mean I don't want to see you win.
Facts.
I want to see everybody win at the end of the day.
Yeah. Because there's an audience for everybody out here, man.
Yeah.
Audience for everybody. And the way how we moving now, radio, social media, and all this stuff plays so much more of a part than what it did before.
Yes, indeed.
Man, we could sit up here, chop this up, and one of the reels from this could just blow up to 20,000 views just off of the message alone.
There you go.
Know?
You used to have to, we used to have to rely on just FM radio or AM radio to be able to have a voice out, like a voice on that level out here, Thank God to technology and thank God to God.
I hear you.
Now you're able to just log on your phone, press this button and go live and spew your message out to millions of people.
Yeah.
I'm able to go and take the hottest song after I done got it mixed and mastered and uploaded, and now it's out here to the masses. I don't need a record deal to put my music out here to the masses.
Yes, sir.
I'm able to sit down with a background and, go live with StreamYard and have thousands, hundreds of thousands or millions of people tune in to what I'm saying. So realize the blessing we got, and at the end of the day, use it for something meaningful at the end of the day. I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm not saying don't enjoy your teenage years and your young 20s and your 30s and 40s and all that. But at the end of the day, have some kind of purpose behind it as well.
That's exactly what I was going to say, dog. Yeah. Everything you alluding to is purpose driven.
It's purpose driven.
It's purpose driven.
There you go.
And when you walking in purpose, man, I often tell people that's something that nobody can take away from you. That's a vision and a goal and dreams that have been downloaded directly into you from God himself.
There you go.
And only you can carry that out.
That's it.
You can't have nobody else do that for you.
And nobody's gonna do it like you do it.
Come on.
At the end of the day, there's the purpose that you were given the thought, you were given the dream or the assignment. Because guess what? God had a specific way or has a specific way he wants you to deliver it at the end of the day.
That's it.
You know what I'm talking about? So, accept your responsibility and go crazy out here, man.
Come on. That's how it is, man. That's what it is. I want to ask you this, man, because I love it when I have heavy hitters on, and I love it when heavy hitters can give some keys to the game. Now, if you had to give 3 keys to the game, what would it be?
3 keys to
these can be big keys, these can be major keys. We want the man to get some major keys, but I'm just saying, any keys that you would give, but three that you have really noticed that can really push somebody to success.
Okay, I would say study to be great. Study the game, be a student of the game, whether that's music, whether it's radio, whatever it is, be a student.
Yeah.
And when I say be a student, even find, like we were talking about earlier, if you looking to be the greatest DJ out here, find some great DJs to kind of like, not saying follow everything they do, but follow everything they do with studying what they do. Study the approach, I'm talking about, study the technique, study the music, study the game. That's definitely, I'm gonna say one. Study, be a student of whatever you're trying to do at the end of the day.
Okay.
I don't know if practicing would go right into that. If practice, I don't know if studying and practicing along the same.
Well, I say this: you study first, and then you have implementation.
There you go, implementation. There you go. So study, implement it, meaning practice on a regular. Practice. Sometimes we hear that little saying where, hey, I'd be like, practice? Are we talking about practice? Yes, we're talking about practice. Big ups to DJ Chill, who's always on me like, you gotta practice, dog. You gotta practice, big dog.
Okay.
You gotta practice. That's one of my mentors too. That's what I'm saying. Without being my mentor, that's from life, he tell me when I'm wrong, he tell me when I'm right. But you got to practice, big dog, because guess what? The more you sharpen your sword, the more deadlier you're going to be.
Ooh, say that one more time. I love that. The more you
sharpen your sword, the more deadlier you're going to be. So sometimes we get beside ourselves, we get great, we get good, we get great. And you think, hey, I can just turn that light switch on and off whenever I get ready. And then you go out, you have all these magnificent games, and then you have that one game where you go 0 for 30. Ooh. Like, dang, what happened?
Yes, sir.
I thought I could turn it on and off. No, you got to stay in practice. That was what made Kobe so dope. That's what made my MJ so dope.
Come on. Yeah.
To make LeBron so dope. Because they go in that gym. They the first one to get there. They're the last one to leave. So stay in your game. Practice every day. So study, practice, and then stay humble.
Okay.
Make them respect you, but stay humble at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, and when I say stay humble, like my approach to this is like, everybody be like, Blizz, if you only know who you are. No, I know who I am, but God doesn't allow me to see myself like everybody else sees me. And I feel like that's his way of protecting me.
Okay. I like that.
At the moment he allows me to see me how everybody else to see me, I lose.
Ooh.
And that's just the way that's just the way I think, because
I like that.
Sometimes you get too caught up in yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I haven't had moments where I've got caught up in myself.
Oh, brother, I have.
But because I have. But stay humble.
Yeah.
Make people respect you, know your worth, but stay humble, because that way you don't get caught up into entitlement and expectations and what somebody owe you at the end of the day and all that. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Stay humble and work hard.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's it.
I hear you. Oh man.
So those 3 keys right off the top. I'm pretty sure I can think of some other things, but right off the top, those 3 resonate. Like,
and I tell you why those 3 things are very great keys. They're great keys because at the end of the day, you have to be reminded and you have to do those things regardless.
Yeah.
And you can tell, like, you can really literally tell if it's a part of somebody's life. Yeah. Because the Bible also says to judge by the fruit somebody bears.
There you go.
If they out here bearing good fruit, they must be doing something good.
It gotta
something
be
right.
It can't just be in you. It gotta be on you, and it can't be on you. It gotta be in you.
Come
You know
on, man. There it is, bro.
So that's really how I try to walk my life. At the end of the day, I could be out here flexing my resume, or I feel like people owe me this and all that. Nah, I show up every day, open that door on 79th Street, and I go in there, and my purpose is to go in and be great and deliver for my team and be an example for my team, so they can be great. And you know what I'm talking about, and let the chips fall where they may be after that.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Yeah.
And if y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all this: if y'all ain't stepped into my radio Chicago, okay, if y'all ain't had no time to really tap into the community that's over there,
clubhouse, baby.
Oh, bro, I'm trying to. Hey, man, I'm very fortunate and blessed that my cousin introduced me to y'all.
Thank you, brother.
Because because you know, when you start journeys, you know, I'm gonna be honest, I was just extremely lost,
man,
in where I wanted to go, the direction, the vision, the path. You know, it was just I was very lost. I knew I wanted to keep doing podcasts. I knew that, but I said there's got to be another way that you can kind of couple, you can segment it. You know what I mean? You can bring it all together.
And see what's your ultimate goal. And nothing happens by coincidence, bro. Like even this conversation, us sitting down, nothing happens by coincidence. You come to my radio Chicago so we can be introduced, and then down the line, we sitting here having this conversation.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And moving further down the line, we're gonna see how my radio Chicago can benefit you, and you can benefit my radio Chicago, support it, how we can all come together. And I feel like that's how God moves out here. That's how he moves us. Sometimes we don't even realize that we being placed in certain situations for a reason.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So
that's true.
It was a blessing you ended up there so whatever you can take from that situation, you can bring it back over here, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm impressed when I walk in here and I see the camera set up, I see the lights, I see everything, how I can help take my platform to the next level. You know what I'm talking about? So it's always a learn. You never stop learning. That's another key. Never stop learning, because the moment you stop learning, and once you feel like you got it figured out, you done got comfortable. Yeah. Then what else you got to fight for?
There you go. Because comfortability can be your worst enemy.
There you go.
Your worst enemy. Because at the end of the day, like my mentor always told me, he said, Jeff, know your worth. Now, I believe I'm at a point where I know my worth. But one of the things that I couple with knowing your worth is, like you said earlier, stay humble.
Stay humble.
And don't get the big head.
Don't get the big
head. Because
when
you know your worth, and you know when you finally walk into knowing what you're capable of, that can be a very dangerous.
It can be a dangerous
area, people.
Power is dangerous.
Yeah.
Kanye West said it in one of his songs, and I don't know if I'm quoting it right. Do you have the power to let the power go?
Ooh.
Do you have the power to relinquish the power? Sometimes you can have it all. Like I've seen the top, I've seen the bottom, I've been on the flow, I've been up, I've been back on the flow.
Yeah.
But I remember having the power, literally the power.
Yeah.
And when I lost that power, you almost lose your mind if you don't know how to bounce back from that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Would you accredit that to the dog that's in you? That mentality, that grit?
The dog that's in me.
Yeah.
The mind that God has gave me at the end of the day, but definitely the dog that's in me, to know that just because an opportunity, the door closes, don't mean it's over at the end of the day.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just because one thing folded, or you may have dropped the ball or fumbled, don't mean it's over at the end of the day. No, you got to have that dog in you. I'm glad you said the dog, because at the end of the day, if your house dog gets kicked out the house today, it's gonna find a way to survive. It's gonna adapt. Eventually, it's gonna adapt to the streets, and it's gonna find a way to survive until it finds its next home.
Wow. Yeah.
So you gotta have that dog in you to be able to say, like, even when things go bad in the big house, and you kicked out of the big house, or for whatever reason you lose the big house.
Yeah.
If your house gets set on fire today, if whatever the case may happen, you lose your job, unfortunately somebody dies, the breadwinner dies in your family, whatever, you got to know how to pick up and keep going at the end of the day.
That's true.
You know what I'm talking about? So yes, you got to have some dog in you.
I hear you, man.
Yes, indeed.
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
And that dog is there.
That dog is there.
Man.
This dog is there.
And even on the, it's funny because when I look at this, I don't like to look at all of this I don't look at none of this as a low level and a high level.
Mm-mm.
And I'll tell you why. Because some people might look at it and say, with the celebrities you do, that's the highest level of this.
Right.
But I feel that the highest level of this is passion. Because like you said earlier, it's got to be in you.
It's got to be in you.
So like when I get a chance to sit down with you and other people, and just to go back and forth with the knowledge, because that fuels my soul, bro.
Yeah.
The none of the extra stuff wouldn't even need to come.
It's like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you got to look at it like this.
Yeah.
The fact that I can be here, or like you said, you've had other prominent people on you, that means you one step away. Because if you got me here, and I know somebody that's bigger than me and bigger than you, then guess what? You're one step away from getting to them.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying?
True.
Or one step from getting to another situation that may help you, you know what I'm saying, blow up shoe weight in another manner. You feel me?
Yeah.
So a lot of the times we be right there, man.
Yeah.
We may not have all the steps down, but we right there. You
That's
know
true.
what I'm talking about? Just one move away from your great move. One song away, one move away, one event away.
Yeah.
One podcast, one stream away from getting to our greatness. So I say that to say, don't give up.
Yeah, dog.
Don't give up till you feel like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm satisfied. I've done everything I wanted to do. I have no regrets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't give up.
So what more do you want to do?
Everything. everything. I know some people look at me and they be like, and I love when people say, Blizz, you a legend, Blizz, you the king, Blizz, all that. And that's great. I still got to put my mama in the house.
Yeah.
I still got to put my daughter through college.
Yeah. I
still got to fulfill my obligations spiritually with God. I still got to deliver for my team on 435 East 79th Street. Because I have a team of talented individuals that I feel like can swing with any radio station out here, FM radio station. So I got to deliver for them. I got to deliver for me. I still got to, you know what I'm saying, God willing, like I'm in my music bag. I still want to, you know what I'm saying, do 1 million streams out here on one of my songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got so many things I want to do. Even when it comes to radio, I see myself, even though I'm growing my own platform and that's super dope, and I'm going to do numbers with that, and hopefully, not hopefully.
No, you will.
One day I plan to have my Radio Chicago on the FM dial, but even until then, I want to get back to doing full-time radio on the FM side. So it's a lot of accomplishments and goals I want to tap into. Yeah. And I know they be like, Blizz, you just want to do everything. Yes. I want to do it all. I want to do it all, man.
That's what's up.
I want to become financially stable to where I can help people fulfill their dreams and, get some people, invest in some situations and help get some people moving out here. So, I want to do a little bit of everything within reason, and I want to be able to share that with people. I don't got to have the whole pie to myself. Yeah. I'm willing to just get my portion of the pie, and I want everybody to eat at the end of the day. Yeah. Yeah.
Man. Y'all just got to be in here. The energy is great.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's why I be smiling and grinning from ear to ear and everything when we have these conversations, because y'all really don't know. Y'all really don't understand how much y'all push a brother over here.
Hey, man, and I appreciate that. The fact that I can give that to you, because guess what? Somebody gave that to me in my journey. Mm-hmm. Salute to everybody that ever took a chance on me. Salute to everybody that ever believed in me and said, you know what? You got something. Yeah. You just got to have the right people behind you pushing. So salute to the Jay Allens and the Barbara McDowells and the Ownership Club with Brian Fleming and Raymond Betts, who came along and said, you know what? We just going to buy our own show and do our own thing. You know what I'm talking about? Salute to Lexi Couture, who came along and said, you know what? I reached out to her about, becoming a part of my management team with Brian, and she brought the polish along, and salute to every other manager I've ever had, from Maurice Dorch to Karen to just anybody who's played a part in this journey. Yetta, I cannot forget my Yetta baby. That's my assistant. We call her the glue because whether it's personal, whether it's my private life, whether it's my professional life, she's always been able to step in and help, whether it's advice, whether it's putting together an interview, whether it's anything to say like, hey, I believe in you. I want you to keep going. You get what I'm saying? So salute to all the key people that has ever played a part. And I would be naming people for days. But salute, if you ever played a part in this journey, I appreciate you. I love you. I'm grateful. And thank you. And let's keep going because we got a lot of work to do. We still got a lot of work to do.
Man, and the work that you're doing is good, brother.
Thank you, bro.
The work that you're doing is good.
I appreciate it.
When I sat up here and I witnessed some things, I see you out here. I can't make every show.
No, I can't make every.
But I'll be paying attention.
And I appreciate you for that. The fact that I was even on your radar to get, to come out here and be on the show, bro. Like, and not everybody's on your radar. Not, I'm talking about. And I don't care how big or small your platform, you feel your platform is. It's somebody that's going to hear this message today. It's somebody that I'm going to be able to touch or resonate with. And guess what? It was supposed to happen like this. They needed that. I needed this moment. Sometimes when you're the big dog or you one of the big dogs, you don't necessarily get a chance to come and sit down and be the one to vent all the time. Sometimes I want to sit down and tell my story, and I want to, inspire people, I'm talking about, and motivate people. And not always have to be the one to initiate the conversation all the time. And
I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. And that is one of the things that I noticed. That's one of the things that I noticed.
I just want to sit down and capture the moment sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to come and just be the artist, come be the interviewee sometime, and not the interviewer sometimes.
Exactly.
So I embrace these moments.
Brother, I'm only on 2 times out of the week. You do it 5 days.
Yes, indeed.
Bruh.
Well, 6.
6. Yeah.
5 Monday through Friday, 9 to 12. My Radio Chicago, supportthisradio.com. Please stream and download the app. We on the Live 365 app with that. I am the co-owner of the entire network, supportthisradio.com, along with Amanda Wynn. We make that go. But big ups going out to Trey and Jacob and of course Vic Vega and just everybody that's a part of that network. And then Sunday nights, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Soul 106.3, the FM radio. So but man, you doing your thing, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, thank you, brother.
People know you. You know what I'm talking about? It's a lot of people even on My Radio Chicago that resonate with you, and they say, man, they've had a chance to come sit on the platform or work with you and have great things to say about you. So I'm glad to be here, man.
Oh man,
let's get it.
I'm telling you, man, y'all don't understand. That just warms a brother's heart, man.
Let's get it.
It really does, because like I said, all I want to do is just provide something different for y'all. I want to be that breath of fresh air. I want y'all to come sit down, and then we can have conversations like this.
Yeah.
I want y'all to come and just be like, hi, well, what's going on today?
Look, we all want to get we want to get our music played, and we all want the latest film you in and all that. But sometimes it's nothing like sitting down and letting the people really understand who you are, where you come from, what you about. It's nothing like them hearing it from the horse's mouth. So whether that's me sitting on a Breakfast Club or me sitting right here with you, you know what I'm talking about? I get to do that, you know what I'm saying? And that's the dopeness about it. You know what I'm saying?
Man. I love it. All right, we got like 6 more minutes.
Okay.
So
what we got?
I'm gonna hit you with this one last question. And I want you to think about this.
Okay.
So when the word legacy drops into your spirit, and you start thinking about your career, what is it that you want to leave behind?
Man, that's crazy, because that's the question I ask. I always ask people, like, what's the thing you always want to be remembered for? And that's crazy. I never, I'm gonna say I never, but do I think about it all the time? What do I want my legacy to be? I want people at the end of the day to be able to say, Blizz was the cool dude that did everything from smoke a blunt with you to inspire you to go out there and get it, go out there and make it happen. I want to be the same dude that's going to party with you, but the same dude that's going to encourage you to, you know what I'm saying, go get that $1 million deal.
Yeah.
Or go record that record, or go start your tax business, or whatever it is you want to do in life. I want to be remembered to be that motivator, that dude that just represented a little bit of everything. He was genuine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? He was passionate. You know what I'm talking about? He gave a lot of people opportunities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, sometimes he effed up, but I never do it out of malicious nature. You know what I'm talking about? So just overall being a great dude that offered a lot of opportunity at the end of the day. And that was a winner at the end of the day. Like, I want people to remember me from winning.
Yeah.
Like, remember, like, this a dude that came out of nowhere and he followed his dreams and he was blessed and he made some big things happen for him and his hometown. I want to be one of the, I feel like when you walk into these places and you see these murals, you see all these prominent people like Harold Washington and Michael Jordan and all that, and guess what? I want to be mentioned along with them people.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
We heavy, y'all. That's how we gonna end the show off.
Let's get it.
We gonna do it like that. Hey, man, we got to give some shout outs out, man, real quick before we go. Who we got? We got Spanish Plug. We got Giselle.
What that?
We got Shondell.
What that?
Who was this? Amaris Mays Bay. Queen Jay Ashari.
Jay, what up?
Dr. Shayna Gordine. Doretha Sibley. Alexis Acra.
Arce.
Yeah,
okay. What up, Lexi Couture?
Because you know what? She sent me a friend request, and I was trying to do my research to see what was going on. These people be coming around.
Alexis Arce is Lexi Couture.
Okay.
Couture Music Management.
Okay.
Definitely part of my management team. And,
okay.
When I say she crosses the T's and dots the I's, I'm the talent, and I got this long resume of greatness, but she puts the icing on the cake. She makes the star pop. I'm gonna say that. Okay. So salute going out to Alexis Arce.
So we need to have Alexis Arce in this chair.
You gotta have her on the show because she has a phenomenal story.
Okay.
And where she's going with things and how she's gonna help catapult my brand and everybody else that she touches. It's going to be amazing. So I can't wait to see her sit down in this chair.
Boom. There it is.
There we go.
Dashe Keys, which is cuz over there. Cedric Collins. Whoa, boy.
Whoa, boy.
I'm trying to tell you.
Say whoa.
Whoa. I'm trying to tell you. Let's get it. B DJ Red Allen. Who we said? We said Shondell and Douglas Johnson.
What up, Doug? What's happening?
Boom, y'all. Hey, listen, man. It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live on the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast and streaming live on R3 Radio. Y'all go ahead and go to the online radio box app and type in R3 in the search bar. And I swear, and I promise you, we will be the first one to pop up so you can tune in live and listen to our shows that we stream on there. And big ups to all y'all, man. And big ups to my man here.
Let's go, man. Thank you for having me, my brother. I appreciate you.
No problem.
You know what I'm saying? Let's keep doing this thing. And let's be great, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And always, for all of y'all, remember, redirect, regroup, refocus. And I love y'all so very much. And peace out.
Let's go.